second generation Honda Ridgeline. We're going to change the differential fluid. So I'm going to show you where everything is in the back. You don't need to jack your truck up. So here's the differential right here. And then the fill plug is right there. And the drain plug is right here. There you go. And then we'll get going. So this is what I've collected to do the differential fluid change. You're going to need a fluid pump of some sort for a quart container, so you can get the fluid out and into the differential once you drain it. You're going to need an 18mm crush washer. You're going to need a 20mm crush washer, one's with a fill plug, one's with a drain plug. You're going to need a 3/8 inch extension, no sockets. This is what's going to go into the plugs to remove them. You're going to need 2 quarts of the DPF2 fluid. Definitely use only Honda genuine fluid. And you're going to see call outs for VTM4 fluid. Definitely do not put that in your differential. That's for the first generation Ridgelines. Use the DPF2 for second generation. And then I'm going to shoot a little PB blaster or WD-40, whatever you got on the fill plug, just to make sure it breaks loose easily. And we'll get to it. Now that you're ready to go, you got your one extension on a 3/8 wrench and your 3/8 wrench. You're going to stick it through that hole, and you're going to stick it in here. There you go. And then it'll plop right in there. Give it a little push. Now you gotta wrench it off. I'll see how I'm gonna get it off. This is how I broke it loose. It was too hard to do by hand. So I put the wrench in the vertical position like this, and I took just a little sledgehammer hammer I had, and I just tapped it at the top, like that. That seemed to be the best angle, and it broke right loose. You can see it's pretty loose now. Just use the wrench. Get undone. Probably no fluid will come out. There goes the socket and the washer. I did not break mine loose
by hand. Again, took my trusty hammer here, give it one tap, and it snapped right loose.
So we're gonna go. We'll get that drain plug out now. So, drain pan underneath. I left the socket extension in. I'm gonna just unscrew it. So that on the crush washer should plop right out here in a second. Get this right. There we go. It's nice clean fluid because there's no combustion in the differential, but factory says change it, you change it. That differential is drip dried. You can then grab your plug. Here's your 2 new washers. And a couple things you're going to do here is, besides discarding the old washer and putting a new one on, you'll notice the drain plug has a magnet on it, and you're going to want to thoroughly clean that and make sure there's no metal debris on that. Okay? Kind of hard to show, but you don't need any chemicals or anything. You just want to wipe it really good with a rag, and it'll clean up real good. So I've put my fill hose into the filler on the differential. My pump turned out to be the wrong size. No big deal. I just put a longer hose on the bottom of it. I can still pump fluid in it pretty easily. I'm doing it right now. And you're gonna pump until it starts to drain out. Make sure your drain pan's underneath it. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Pumped almost all 2 quarts in. You're gonna stop, and you're gonna put the fill plug back in with the old washer and just loosely fit it. I'll explain that in a second. Once you put the filler plug back in with the old washer and just finger tighten it, we're gonna bleed the air out of the differential. And I'm also gonna relocate my truck from the driveway, which is kind of sloped, which I did to get the oil out. And I'm going to put it in my garage, which is a little more level. You're going to start the engine, and you're going to put it in park, and you're going to let it run for 1 minute. And then you're going to turn the engine off. You're going to remove the fill plug and the sealing washer and check the differential fluid level, which should be up to the height of the threads. And then you're going to put the new washer on and torque down that. All right, remove the fill with the old washer, and we'll discard the old washer. We'll put the new washer on it. All right. Once you got the all the oil in, put your fill plug with the new washer on, about 35 pounds of torque. You can do that. And I had a hard time getting all the fluid out of my pump, so I rigged up just a little funnel real quick to get the last little bit in there. And don't worry about overfilling it. It'll just come out at the thread height when it's got enough oil. But again, it's just about 2 quarts exactly. All right. Once you're satisfied you don't have any leaks, you can reset your maintenance minder, which is very difficult to do. So I'll do it here just as a reminder. Hit your home button. Hit settings. Hit vehicle. Hit maintenance info. And it's telling me I need an oil filter, tire rotation, or all-wheel drive oil. So did the oil filter, so I'm gonna go ahead and reset now because I'm gonna do the all-wheel drive next. And anyways, just hit the reset button. And once you confirm, reset, and then you're good to go. There you go.